Coming up on today's Retro Robin show, I've got my new crash look. And guess what? It's brilliant. I even get a mention in this. Didn't expect that. It's great. Second time I got my name in Crash. The first time I was in the Hall of Slime, and some people would say I probably deserve to be there. We got more Commodore vs Spectrum. Well, wouldn't be my show without a bit of that there, would it? We're going to have a look at a bit of a mixed bag of games, so there won't be many Crash reviews on this one. However, there's some great games as well. So if you love a little bit of retro run fun to take you over the weekend, join me now on the Retro Robin show. Welcome to the Retro Robin show with me, Wayne, of course, the man that was original with the Commodore vs Spectrum series, and we've got an absolute Buster Commodore vs Spectrum towards the end of the show, of course. We're going to have a look at the latest Crash magazine, and a few of those games I've already reviewed from out there, which you have seen, and as well as have a look at the re-reviews from old Crash magazines. Well, obviously I'll look at the old Crash magazine reviews, give them a re-review, see if they stand the test of time. Are they as good as we remember? Are there a couple there that you may have forgot? As always, today's show is run on original hardware. In the background playing the AY sound is the toast rack, which had a strange purple issue earlier. When I switched it on, the screen was coming up all purple. Working fine, but didn't know what that was. Seemed to have rectified itself though, so Mutant Caterpillar, I won't be sending that back anytime soon. I bet he's sick of me sending him all my repairs, that's for sure. And a couple of games that I'm looking to have a little play on. I haven't heard of them before. They're not really recent, but there was one I thought which wouldn't look out of place on a Game Boy. It's quite a good game actually, and plays really well on the Spectrum. So join me now. Without no custard dribble and grub. Barney McGrew. Sorry. Just watching some vintage TV programs earlier. I think it was a documentary I was watching as well, so yeah. And we got the many changing faces of Jetpack. Remember last week I did a Jetpack review of a game that was Jetpack that only fired really single bullets across the screen, where the original Jetpack fired loads of bullets. Well, there's another game that was patched a little bit different to the original Jetpack, which we're going to have a look at next. So, let's move on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and select, this is the many changing faces of Jetpack, another version of Jetpack. We're going to load the original game, which is a 16K game. Yes, Cartoon Monkey, it was originally 16K. And arguably the best 16K game ever produced for the Spectrum, or any 16K computer ever. Might get a few hits for that one, who knows, but yeah. Jetpack, you all know the game. So we've loaded the one with the Kempston joystick version. Go down to Pokes, and you can get these patches downloaded. So what you're going to do now is you're going to put some original code, some new code over the original game, extended basically. So you do need the original game before you can apply the Pokes. And by pressing, if you've got a Spectrum Next or an Go Clone, third button down, you go to Pokes, enter this. Do you wish to apply the poke? Yes. That will apply the poke for you. And then all you simply do is return. You will notice that there are now coloured blocks at the top there, and just covering up. But what we'll do now is we'll redefine the keys, which you couldn't do on the original game. So now you've got the option of redefining keys. So we're going to go left, right, fire, thrust and hover. So you've now got a hover, which is good. And then of course we're going to press 5 to start the game. And straight away you might notice that the screen is slightly different, as well as having a hover. So it's got all the charm of the original. Woo! And it's also got me being really rubbish on it. You know what, I forget you can just hold the fire button, can't you? Now, the good thing about being hover, if you notice the fuel actually cells have changed, and the explosion of the... See, the depth sequence is slightly different as well. And his walk is slightly better. So there's lots of little things that they've done with the patch, but it's still got as I say, it's still got the original charm of Jetpack. Hopefully we get to see the blast sequence. We got the original sprites, we basically got the original game, but now there's one or two differences. And as you can see, we've got an Alienate type bar. I'm doing okay. Just whether I'll get to play this addictive game. This game is what I consider an absolute timeless classic for the Spectrum. Bagley's in space. It's kind of like Jetpack. It was based on it really, but it's more of it's more of an adventure game because you've got different areas that you can go into. But yeah. Now he does seem to flash different colours occasionally. Well, I haven't noticed that before. Oh, that means my ship is ready to take off. The ship is no longer flashing loads of colours. Everything gets destroyed, but you have got a colourful jet sequence. And it comes down a different place, and the platforms have moved, and as well as that, they've changed colour. Oh, hopefully, I haven't tried it yet. The original poke for the Infinite Lives will work on it, but we'll give it a go. Sprites have changed oh so slightly on this one, I think. These sort of remind me of Cookie. Remember this game, Cookie? Does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I was lucky. Give me that cross. Oh, I'm lucky again. Lucky again. I'm being really lucky, to be fair. I don't know how I haven't died yet. Still, I'm doing well. And yet another ship complete. And this time I'm not going to hang about. Oh, the guy's flashing colours. See that, the guy flickers different colours. And we've got a different style of platform. Well, it's hardly SpaceX, but it's working for me. I quite like it. So this is the patch on another version. And the better thing about this, I like the fact you can hover. You can just hover now. That is just amazing. Probably simplifies the game a little bit rather than keep having to press it up. The fact you can redefine your keys is great. The keys was not really a problem anyways, was they? Yeah, this is a very good and new interpretation of Jetpack. So, would I give this a play? Would I play this over the original Jetpack? Well, I probably will now, because there's more to it. So, I'm really enjoying it. It's great that. I love that. You can just hover. But unlike the one we reviewed last week, where you could fire a single bullet and it wasn't a stream right across the screen. Oh yeah. I don't know, I can't remember actually. If you'd notice when you're firing your bullets, they're going off one side of the screen and coming on the other. Can you do that in the original game? I can't remember. Maybe I should go out and check it out. I don't know when it's the 4th level the ship changes. I can't remember. It's been that long since I played it. Platforms have changed again. So we're going to pause this and see if I can get... Well, I've paused the game because there's something I want to show you as well. I was going to show you. If you click that B bomb, it detonates and destroys everything on the screen. So yeah. Okay. Better give it a rating. Now, what do I think of this newer version of Jetpack? Well, Jetpack's an original 10 out of 10 for his nip. So I'm going to give this exactly the same. 10 out of 10, brought up to date and made more playable. One for you to give a go. I love it, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, cool. So, what was this game I was talking about? Oh yeah. It's got a little bit of intro music to it. Can you hear that? Or turn it up at night. It's got an intro tune, an AY tune and a beeper tune all involved into it, I think. So it's kind of good. But yeah, I love it. Good mod for 2020. And the information's there on the screen. Let's have a look at the next game. I'm just reading through the latest Crash magazine, of course, and oh, I'm going to show you this. This is going to be mirror imaged, but if you want the original image, go and Join and subscribe to Retro Fusion magazines and get that. Why would you miss out on that? Awesome. And then my binder's getting slowly full. Oh, Super Mario's in the background now providing music. Cracking out boy tune on that, I'll tell you now. Okay, so let's move on to another game. This is a Manic Miner conversion, and of course there's been loads of Miner games. Now, both exactly the same levels, but you can load two different versions depending on what sprites you want as the bad guys, if you like, or the moving things that's going to kill you effectively. We're going to go for the top one. We might have to pause this or just lower the music. We'll go for 1 to 8K. It works in 48K or 1 to 8K mode, not a problem. Oh, you got a bleeper sound. Interesting looking logo. I'll tell you that for free. Not bad actually. I like where there's lots of things going on in that loading screen, isn't there? There's the name of the game. The Bob Roll Edition. Now I'm a platformer specialist, so I don't mind platformers, even if they're revisited. So we're going to have a look at the game itself. Press enter to play. Okay. Oh, you've got all the usual glory. It looks like Manic Miner's got a bit of a beard there. Either that or it's an extremely bad growth he's got on his face. They call it Mature Miner. Perfect timing is what you need, and perfect timing is, well, I've just about got there. He says faithfully as he just about survives what potentially could have been a disastrous start to this game. Now, there's no little box to jump into. So effectively, as soon as you click the last item, you move straight onto the next screen. Oh. Remember those from out of Jet Set Willy? He wasn't originally in Manic Miner, of course. That is obviously a conveyor belt. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now this is where it gets tough for me because this. Ooh, I've done it! I've done it! I don't believe it. Oh dear. You know what I should have done? I should have jumped now and collected it and then just turned back and done a jump. Oh, no. And we got the usual mix of collapsible platforms. If anybody thinks that I'm being extremely lucky on this game, I beg to differ. It's pure skill and ability, okay? Yeah, jammy as they come. Oh no, I've lost my platform. Oh, now that's unusual because if you fall too far, normally you die. I'm going to go from this end and go across. You can do it either way. You can get to the other end off the conveyor belt and go across. It doesn't really matter. I think you get the general idea. I won't spend too long playing this version, but we'll have a look at the difference in the sprites on the other version. It's the same, exactly the same platform layout. It's just that you've got different type of animated things, if you like. I don't know how I survived that. Whoops. I don't know how I survived that either. Oh. Sometimes, will you shut up in the background, Wayne? I think I've got a version of me playing in the background. You could probably hear in the very distance. I need to put that on pause. Whoa, that was a long jump, wasn't it? Okay, so I've seen enough of this one. I'm not going to go through every screen, but let's have a look at the other version of this, which isn't too bad as well. That's the one, isn't it? Right. Same again, we'll load the in 1 to 8K version tab. We'll show you the loading screen. All the music started first. The keys are Q, A, O, P and M, and there you go. Instead of the, you just got slightly different sprites. Now you got dogs instead of what was on the other one. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Where have I gone wrong here? I could have sworn maybe there's a change. Who knows? Some sort of 2 Manic Miner games for the price of one. Who came up with the name Willie? Willie can mean quite a number of things, can't it? Yeah, right, you had the cross lady with the tapping foot, or to say the nurse, the one that keep you in bed, but on this now you've got a flapping duck. I remember the tune Duck Sauce, that could be the angry duck off the video. Oh, that was quite a funky bassy tune. Oh. So what do I think of that? Well, I'm going to give that I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad at all. It's another take on Manic Miner, isn't it? Just without the flashy box, you still get the time ticking down. You've got a decent score, and it even tells you which particular screen you're on. In this case, I'm on screen 2, and before the made to about screen 5, was it? I can't remember that far back. It's been at least 4 minutes. Let's move on, shall we? Reset the computer. Reset the computer. Let's try that again. Game called Armed, and we're going to go for the 1 to 8K version. Going to hopefully show you the brief loading screen. I'm using the tap file, of course. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention today's computer of choice that we're using is indeed the Engo clone, my go-to for doing these shows on. I've got all the computers you can possibly imagine, and I love them all with equal heart. What's this game about? Well, it's part action, part strategy. There's a loading screen. I love the loading screen. Wow. And of course, we've got airboy sound. Right. Important thing is your keys are QAOP and space to fire, but M to select. And all the relevant information is there on the screen. The walkthrough was already done by the guides. I always tick a like to. Please don't hate on my videos. If you enjoy the content, please like. The same with everybody else. We do take our time and trouble to keep you all entertained in the retro community. So, yeah, this is tiny sprites, 1 cubic square, but it doesn't take anything away from the game for being playable. Indeed, it's quite fun. What you've got to do is rescue people, in a way, but you're in a tank. You get to select mines, missiles, bullets, and you need to find places where you can access through the gate. So let's have a look at the game. Press 1, I'm going to use keys, so why not? Good luck, soldier. Oh, believe me, I need the luck. It tells you there how to select your weapons and what you need in order to access the gate. So it's sort of self-explanatory to get you into the game. Let's go for it. Well, I'm not going to waste those too much. Before I can get into there, I need to find a way to get there. I mean, the bullets are teeny tiny, aren't they? Can't get into there yet, but what we can do... Oh man, I'm getting hammered. I find if I switch between screens, I'm okay. Switch between screens fast. Ah, now. Oh, what have I done? My bullets aren't firing. I am now. Oh, I'm just going to avoid him. There's so much going on the screen. It's quite a busy little game. Oh, that's what we need to get to open the gate. So hopefully we can get that. And now I've got that. That's burning. I might be able to rescue my first prisoner. I was going to say geezer. Oh, I'm still stuck in the 80s. Oh well. Oh. I need to change weapons because I'm down to 2, aren't I? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Go away. Let's rescue him. There we go. We've got down to 9. I find it quite confusing getting these to... That's it, I got it right. This was a 3-way firing device, so I'm happy about that. I don't need to go in there. I've got the guy out of there, so let's see if we can find somewhere else to rescue somebody and get that down to 8. I obviously need a different thing to get him out. Obviously it's blue. We're looking for green coloured gates, and there we go, there's a green colour. Oh, he's moved away. Got me health. And we're down to 8. Love the music. It doesn't matter that it's teeny tiny sprites because there's a lot going on in this game, isn't there? Very fun. I do enjoy it, to be fair. I just find it a little bit hard. I keep pressing symbol shift with the rubber keyboard rather than the M button. I don't know how that would... So you got 4 items to shoot from. You can shoot, there's your bullets. That's a 3-way missile, as you can see, and a single missile, which for some unknown reason was playing me up earlier. Oh, I presume that's water that you're not meant to go in. And also, you've got this little thing here, which is a mine. Where on earth you'd use that? I don't know, I haven't played it enough. Right, positives of this game is the fact that there's a voice sound in the background constantly, which keeps the game feeling bigger than it needs to be. It's nice, it makes it busy. There's lots always going on the screen, so it's an active game, even the little tiny bullets and all sorts. It's not easy. It's a good job you're in an armoured tank, but is it fun to play? Absolutely, worth a go, and definitely one for you to download. I think it's really well done, so for that reason I'm giving it a full-on 8 out of 10. And anything over 50% is always good, that's what I always say. Okay, let's move on to another game. Reset the computer quickly. Okay, this game here I've recently come across and I thought I'll give it a play, see what it's like. It's from 2009, so it's about, well, 13 years old, isn't it? Well, 12, 13, who cares? There's the name of the game, and there's the producer at the bottom, I believe. So we're going to use keyboard, and the keys are Q, A, O, P, and M. And what strikes me about this game, let's just turn that down a second. It's got a nice A-boy tune at the start. Interesting opening demo, very well presentated. I like the way it opening presentation on the 1-to-8K version is very good. But let's have a look at the actual playability of the game. So press enter to start, I believe. Oh no, it's space. So you got AOI sound, and I mean, that is an interesting looking sprite, isn't it? And the graphical character on the side isn't bad as well. Somebody's really good with their artwork on these sprites, I tell you. The screens, they're really rapidly changing, and in fact the whole game, as a pace, moves quite quickly indeed. So, you know, you flip between screens in no problems at all. And obviously I can't seem to go any further there, so we need to find our way around. He's dangerous. And I've just lost a life. If you click that scissors, for some unknown reason, a block appears. So I still need to work out on how to play this game, but as a game itself, I kind of like it. I've never seen anything that's... Originally, when I first looked at this, I thought, well, this looks like a bit of a Boulder Dash, and then when you actually play it, it's nothing like Boulder Dash. And yeah, I don't know how many of those scissors I need to collect, but interesting. Where are the scissors? Is that something I can collect there? Yeah. Okay. Oh. there's a gate there, isn't there? So somebody got to find how to get through that gate. So there must be a key somewhere to get around there. So I'm starting to learn what to do. Yeah, I didn't even know this existed. There's another gate there. So there's somewhere else I've got to find out how to get out of. Sometimes if you get a graphical character on the screen, you flip off the screen, go back on the screen, he will disappear. So rather than have to avoid him, there are other ways around it. Oh, we're back to square one here, aren't we? Whoops. And I've changed emphases and I don't know what I meant to do with that, so... It's interesting trying, you know, some of the fun of the games is actually working out what you've got to do. But definitely like the look of the game, definitely like the playability of the game, and maybe I've got to get all 4 items the same, who knows. Yeah, quite impressed with that, and I didn't even know it existed. So, could be a hidden gem. Maybe you've not tried it before. Maybe there's one you should give it a go. But nevertheless, let's move on to another game that I've found. Let's just reset the computer again. Okay, this game is another one that I didn't know existed, but it's not too old, to be fair. It's coming up now. Hopefully there's the loading screen. There's the name of the game. So we're going to be in a haunted mansion. Very creepy, scary type game. You've got plenty of selections there. In fact, the difficulty level is not hard enough, so I'm going to make it really easy. Extended mode, extreme mode is off. That's good. For certain reasons, extended. AY music on. So you've got keyboard, Kempston. I think we'll go for the Kempston. Why not? I can hold the joystick on this one. From 2012, the year of the Great Olympic Games, and wow, that's when we did the triple, wasn't it? That's when Jessica Ellis-Hill won, and we had a long jump gold medal from, I forgot his name, as well as a very good runner. Let's put it that way. These names escape me as I get old. Right, we're getting into the AY music. Now this game will start where you're completely in the dark and you have to find your way around rooms and light up candles in order to see. However, there's quite a big map, and let's give it a go. I believe you press 0 to start. And there you are in the corner, and as we walk along, and hopefully there's the map as I press start. You can only go the direction you're facing. Once you get the candle, once you go by a candle, you know, it will light that room up. Sorry if the autofocus will have trouble here. We'll have very big trouble here because there's not enough going on the screen. There's your map. You can see where you are, so you know roughly. If I go down here now, just check on the map again. I can see there's possibly a candle down that way. That must be lightning in the background. What I've got to do now is find some more candles, haven't I? Look at the map again. I'm in the top corner. Evidently I can't go around there. Oh, there's a ghost. See him there. See him flickering. He doesn't show up on the main screen though. I need to get to that candle down, so we've got to go down and around. One more. Had to quickly briefly stop. Noel's Retro Lab started playing on YouTube, and I don't know, I will watch later. I got it on also play, so right, we go up here. That candle's alight. There's a candle down here, so we can light up this particular room. There's a ghost room here somewhere, but I can't see him. And that's where it's sapping right there. He is. You're thinking, where? I can't see anything. There's a candle here, isn't it? That should light that up. I think it's a wicked game. I must admit, the concept of it is tricky to work your way out. It's a good job you've got a button you can press. I've got up one, haven't I? There we go. Is that the gap? No, one more. Oh. It only moves in sort of block squares, so if you move too far, then sometimes the lightning shows you where there are nasties. See if I can go down anywhere. No. I can go up, mind you. So I've got to search for something, obviously. Oh, I think you get the general idea. Still working out what to do, but I tell you what, I like it. I think I need to watch a walkthrough, so that's probably what I'm going to do, and give that a bigger go later on a later date. Maybe give it a better review. In the meantime, for what I've seen, it looks like an 8.5 out of 10, but I'm not going to give it a full review until the future. It looks like there's 2 passageways you can go down there. You need the walkthrough down on. Great game, great looking game, love the intro, one for you to try. Okay, let's move on to the last of today's games. Okay, the last game I'm going to look at before we move on to Commodore vs Spectrum is... Oh, it's loud. Yogi Bear's Great Escape. From 1990, a game I didn't come across before, but I thought I'd give it a go. And if it's well done, I'm going to give it a review. I haven't done any Crash re-reviews this week, but I will be back to normal next week with those Crash re-reviews, of course. Let's have a look at this game. It's got a nice little intro. Usual standard of Kempston keyboard, Sinclair. You know, that's not bad. So let's continue. We've done that. Nice little intro, Jellystone Park. I believe that's Boo Boo. So it's a platformer, and it does, you know, it is a kind of, you can't go any further than that, so you are basically moving along this platform. The longer you hold your, oh, we got a picnic basket, your finger, don't feed the birds. Okay, I will do. Well, I can see we're going to jump on these stones that are going to disappear. Super easy, barely an inconvenience that. Not quite the big jump I'm after there, is it? But, I've got to go back and start it again. Yes. Picnic basket there. Oh, hang on. Whoa. I've just lost a life. Ah, come on. I guess I can't drop there. I've got to jump over to this platform, have I? Oh, this is going to be fun. That looks dangerous to me. It is. It's a snake and it's game over. I'll tell you what though, it's good. I liked it. I've never played it before, but it wouldn't go amiss on a Game Boy, would it? That it's a sort of, you know, well done graphics. It scrolls quite nice. It's not blocky at all. Loved it, to be fair. So what am I going to give that a rate? I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I've got further than that and I've started getting into the game, and as soon as I start getting into the game, I'll start liking the game. If you start liking the game, you start playing it more. But yeah, that was really enjoyable. Yogi Bear, The Escape. I didn't like the other Yogi Bear games. In the meantime, this next game was suggested by Nigel on the Commodore vs Spectrum. So, let's have a look who's going to win this today. The game in question is... Wait for it. fast loading going on here. Switchblade is the game we're going to try between the two consoles. Console 1, Spectrum. Console 2, Commodore. I'm using the 128K version, so if there's an AY sound, it will compete with the SID sound, which is, you know, allowed. It's my show. Why not? Since 1985 the AY sound has been around, so it is part of the Spectrum, and every game after that usually had AY sound included. Because I've loaded that super fast, what I need to do now is take it down to back to its original processor speed. Otherwise we won't be able to play it. There's the intro! By Gremlin Graphics, of course, and 1990 was the year of release, so yeah, this is suggested to me, as I said, by Nigel, one of his favourite games, and he knows a lot about the systems, and in fact, whenever I need a link, I've never known anyone so quick for clicking up a link in my life than him, because within seconds of me saying it, it was there. That guy knows his stuff, no doubt about it. Right, let's have a look at the game itself. I am feeling that eyebrow change though. I won't play it for too long because the video will be going too long. Lovely sound. Absolutely brilliant sound. Okay, so by holding down the button you get to kick. You have to hold the button down quite a long time, and don't think the autofocus is going to like this too much. If you hold your button down and keep it held down, you can still move, which is handy. Although jumping, gotcha. So be prepared to hold your button down before you get rid of the baddies there. Oh, great AY sound. If you just press it briefly though, you get an upwards kick. I love the sound. Absolutely brilliant. I think it makes the game, and of course all of a sudden I fell down a pit. Managed to kick him, and you think he was trapped, but you've got to find your way back up, and unfortunately that's not easier said than done. But I did notice, if you notice the brick wall this side, there's something slightly different, so you can kick it out, which is good. Something there for me to collect. You can't go down there, but we can go down here I believe, so I'm already done for. Get off. Oh wow. I don't know what that is, but it looks good. I'm evidently going to have to attack him. He's tracking me actually, so bash the fire button hard and kick the hell out of him. Got him. Oh, is that a secret passage? Right, it is, and there's another ladder going down there. See, I thought there was a brick wall there. Oh no, the bad guy appeared from out of nowhere. Got him. Right, let's go down this and that must be another gate where we can go through. And another bad guy to beat up. Wow. This is indeed the first time I've played this game, so yeah, so I'm making my way gradually down the screen. Oh no, I've got two of them, that ain't fair. Oh, you want to kind of walk past two, do you? Yeah? Yeah? I like games where retro wins. Love it. Must admit, it's a great game. Okay, I think I've played enough of that one, so let's have a look at the Commodore version. For that, we're going to need to pause this, otherwise it's a sound clash, of course. And we need to change over. Suddenly it goes quiet. And straight into the Commodore version. So we've got the SID sound playing in this one. Also, my gremlin graphics have done both versions of the game. Oh, the sprites are still blockier. Oh, I like his jump now. Oh, there. A bit more colourful than just a monotone. Gotcha. Seems a little bit longer, but right, first impressions are that graphically the Spectrum is better sprite-wise. Sound-wise, I like the AY sound of the Spectrum, but the SID sound is up and equal to it. And I've just fell there in the same part. Gotcha. So let's kick out this wall like before. Click that. And then we can go down this ladder here and do the same mistake I did in the last one. Is that something? I've collected something there. I didn't realise I could click that. I've just done a big leap of faith. Oh dear. This is going to be one tough decision today. He's tracking me, so let's get out of his way, see if I can kick him away. Oh, that was super easy. There's no other walls or ladders to get down, is there? And we descend the bits. Ah. Now, I wondered why I couldn't go down that ladder. Perhaps you can't go down until you've destroyed this guy. And there. That must be the case. There's something to collect or kick. No, maybe not. That's one of them big walls, isn't it? Yeah. And this is where I got mugged last time by two of them, isn't it? Face the right way when you're kicking him. Now, when they go by the boxes on the Commodore version, despite you've got a few more colours to play with there, they seem to be quite invisible, don't they? Yeah, so it's now is he going to drop down or what? Because I believe I can jump up there somehow. Yeah, there must be another way up there. Maybe there's a ladder. We can always come back that way. Ah, he did drop down after all. And he's coming to kick my bum. Okay, better come to my verdicts, and it's a close one, and I don't want to be biased, so I'm going to do it by a neutral venue. What is he doing to that wall? Oh, wrong fire button. I've made my decision, and here comes my verdict. So, can you tell which one I chose? Yeah. Sorry, I've just told you, haven't I? The big Commodore wins. Slightly better sound, slightly better colour palette. It runs really smoothly, plays really nice, and I just enjoy it. That just sounds a little bit better. However, the sound you can hear playing right now is the AY sound of the Spectrum, which was brilliant, but Commodore was also really good. It was a really difficult choice to choose between them. Both conversions of this game were done brilliantly. Big thank you to Nigel, of course, for suggesting this game. Great suggestion. As always, if you've got any suggestions, see if we can start the game, of course we can. please let me know, and I'll have a look into it for you and see if we can feature that on the Commodore vs Spectrum slot on my show, which I'm the first one to start doing that, and it's good to see others are doing the same thing. So it looks like we've started a fire and now it's raging out of control. Playground, the fight's back on. In the meantime, everybody, thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed the show. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and welcome and thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm going to be making more content hopefully in the future. Next week we'll be back to reviewing some reviews from out the Crash magazines and bringing them up to today's more modern era, because it's been a bit of a mixed bag of games today. One or two ones I needed to get out of the way. For instance, Yogi Bear, I'd never played before. Can't believe how good that game is, really. And that was from 1990. Lacked a little bit of sound, obviously, but apart from that, I'll give it a, what was it, 8 out of 10, perhaps? 9 out of 10. Yeah, but good stuff. So, it all depends when you watch this. In the meantime, from me, Wayne Retro Robbins, you have a nice working week or weekend. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you again soon from the Retro Robbins Show. Bye for now.